So I'm going to open the Visual Studio Code here, and it's going to open like this. Now, before creating any file or any Python script, what we are going to do is we are going to go to this section in our Visual Studio Code, which is called extensions. And Visual Studio Code have many public extensions for many programming languages and tools. So you can download and install those extensions, which will provide the support of that particular programming language or tool. So for Python, you can simply search for Python in this extension search, and you will see the top results here. So you can see this option which says Python, and you can see it's been downloaded so many times, right? So it's been downloaded 200 million times. You also have Python debugger, and then you have the Python environments. So I generally go with the extensions which are directly provided by Microsoft. So you can see the top recommended extension is Python itself. So I'm going to install this extension. Also, I'm going to install the Python debugger. So once you install the Python extension, it already installs the Python debugger also. So you don't need to separately install it. But if you see that this is not installed, you can just click on the install button. Also, you can see this third option, which is called Python environment. So when you install Python, this is also installed. So if Python environment is not installed, just install it. And make sure all the Python related extensions which are released by Microsoft are installed on your Visual Studio Code, so you don't face any other problems when you create your Python projects in your Visual Studio Code editor, right? So once we have installed these three top extensions, let's go ahead and create a folder. So from here itself, you can open any folder. So when you go to the Explorer section, you can click on open folder, or you can click on file option and then click on open folder. Both are going to open the folder explorer or finder in your Mac operating system, and then you can navigate to the folder where you want to create your Python project. So I'm going to go to the documents folder, and here I'm going to create a new folder with the name Python apps, and then I'm going to create this folder, and then I'm going to open this folder in Visual Studio Code. So once this is open, I'm going to just close this welcome window and then close this chat option from here. And inside this folder, I can create a new Python script. So I'm going to click on the new file option, and then I'm going to name my file as hello.py and then press enter. Now let me paste a very simple program here, which is a Python program which have one function which takes two argument, and it takes the argument a and b, and it's going to just add those values and just return the result, right? So we are just basically testing the sum of two numbers using a function, right? Nothing special about it. But this kind of code I want to use to show how debugging works in Visual Studio Code for Python, right? So here, when you hover over any line, you will see these red dots. So you can just click when you see the red dot on that line, and you can see this breakpoint is added to my script. You also have this debug section here. So click on this run and debug section. And when you add the breakpoint, you will see the list of all the breakpoints here at the bottom. So right now you can see the breakpoint is added to hello.py at line number 2, right? Let me add one more breakpoint, let's say on line number 6 and 7. You can see those breakpoints are added in the breakpoints list, and I can exactly see that those are added on the line number 6 and 7 here, right? I can also add the breakpoint on line number 9 and let's say line number 11, and all the breakpoints are visible here. Now once the breakpoints are added, I can run this script in the debug mode by clicking on the run button and then click on the start debugging option. So click on start debugging, which is going to ask me which type of debugger I want to use. I will use the Python debugger, which is the option for debugging Python. So just select Python debugger here, and then you just need to select Python file here. You have all these options. So if you are developing different kind of projects related to Django or Fast API or Flask, you have all the options for debugging those also. But for now, we are just debugging the Python file. So I'm going to select this Python file here, and it's going to start the debugging of my script. So just wait for a few seconds, and after a few seconds you will see this kind of interface. So my program executions is stopped at the first line in my main method, and you will see some buttons here. So there is this continue button, then step over button, and then step into or step out a button, and also restart and then stop button for the debugging, right? So here on the left hand side you have the variables section, and if you want to watch any special variable, then you can add that variable in this watch list. So let's say I want to watch for the variable called total. I can click on this plus button and then just paste or add the name of that variable and then press enter, and it's going to show me the value. So we are watching this value, and here you are going to see the local or global variables. So you can see our program is stopped at this point. So at this point 5 is not assigned to num1. When we step over this line gets executed, and now I can see this local variable, which is num1, have the value 5, but num2 value has not been assigned. So we can once again step over, and this line executes, and now num2 have the value 7, but still we don't have anything in total, so it shows name error. Once again, let's move forward by stepping over, and it goes to the function because this line calls a function. So we are going inside the function, and then when we step over, you can see A has the value 5, B have the value 7, and the result have the value 12, which is the sum of these two numbers. So we are going to step over once again, and then once again when we step over, this line gets executed, and now our variable which we were watching have the value of 12, right? And then once again when we step over, this line gets executed, and you can see sum is equal to 12 is printed in our terminal here. And once again, if you want to continue, just click on this continue button, and our program gets executed and comes out of the debugging. So this is how you can debug your code. Now if you want to create a file which have the settings related to debugging, then just select this debugging option from here, and here you will see this option which says create a launch.json file. So when you go to the Explorer, you don't have any folders here, right? And when you go to your debugger, when you click on create a launch.json file, and then click on Python debugger option here, and then select Python file from here, this launch.json file is created for you, which have the configuration related to your debugging, right? So the name here is Python debugger. This name will be reflected here in this list. The type is debug py, then request is launch. The program file is the current file, and then where we want to see this in the integrated terminal, right? So once this launch file is created, I can save this file, and then when I go to the folder Explorer, you can see this .vscode is created, and then I have this launch.json file here. Now this kind of launch.json file or settings file is useful when you are working in a team and you want to share your configuration with your colleague who also want to run your code and run your code with the same debugger configuration or settings which you were using on your computer, right? And this kind of launch.json you can commit into Git and push your code into the repositories like GitHub or any other repository so that it can be cloned. And then select the file in which you want to run the debugger, right? So this is important. You need to open this file and then click on this run button, which is going to start the debugging in the file which is currently opened, right? So you can see debugger is once again open and it's going to work similar to what we have seen, but this time you have your debugger configuration saved into the launch.json file. So let's go to this explorer section. So we have seen how debugging works. Now, once you have installed all the necessary Python related extensions, when you press Command Shift P on your keyboard, so press Command Shift P, and you will see this kind of palette on top of your Visual Studio Code. And here you can create the virtual environments or different options are available here. So if you want to select the Python debugger, or if you want to select different version of Python interpreter, you can all do from here itself. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next video.